Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to this brand new video. And in today's video, guys, I'm gonna show you the system. You can see the stats right here on the screen. This is making me close to 1.5 million views every single month. And you can see here more than 5,000 clicks. All this completely free. I'm not paying for ads and I'm not doing any work whatsoever. Okay, and this is what I'm going to show you today. You're going to see pretty cool stuff. Okay, so these are the stats of my Pinterest account, and let me try and refresh this, just in case you will see these are live stats, you guys are probably sleeping on Pinterest right now, and you're like, why would I be on Pinterest? And I'm going to explain why you should be on Pinterest and the sort of results that you can get. Oh, you can see some of the stats have changed here. Yeah, and you can see these are the daily stats. You can see the numbers as I'm moving here. So this is not a screenshot. It's not blah, blah. This is live data. This is the back end of my account, okay? So I am testing a system. So I had an hypothesis and I said, hey, can I create a system that will allow me to do this, and I don't want to do any other work. I don't want to go create pins. It's annoying. I don't want to do it. Okay? So now, before I kind of like explain how it works, I would like you to understand why you should care. Okay? You're like, yeah, well, that's good, but who cares about Pinterest? Let me show you something. So we're going to go to this article. And this article will give you some stats about Pinterest. So there are many stats in here. But there are a few that I want you to pay attention to. So this one here, 85% of weekly users have purchased from Pinterest pins. 85%, okay? And you're like, wow, how does that work? Why? You need to understand what Pinterest is actually. Pinterest is not a social media per se. It's a search engine. It's like Google, okay? And it's very different from an Instagram. So on Instagram, you have your phone here, and you're basically scrolling on your phone and watching puppies and God knows what else, videos of your friends, and then you get interrupted with stuff, okay? And sometimes you will buy. Pinterest is different. Pinterest, people go to Pinterest, they are looking for something specific. And if they find it, guess what? They buy it. Okay? That's the main difference. If they find what they're looking for or something similar, they will buy it. So it's a lot more lucrative for you to be on Pinterest than to be on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Okay? That's stat number one. 85% of people there are purchasing. Okay? Now, there is another one here that I want to show you. Number 23. Shoppers on Pinterest spend twice as much as shoppers on other platforms. So, I want you to understand this. They spend twice as much money on Pinterest as your Instagram, as the second, right? Because I don't know if Instagram is the second. I don't know which one is the second. But again, as I said, you have to understand the mechanics. You go to Pinterest. You're like, oh, show me I don't know, like a cabinet for my kitchen or so. Oh, wow, there you go. Boom, they buy. People spend twice as much as the other social media platforms. And there's another stat here. Just for you to understand how popular Pinterest is, it's the 5th most popular social media network, okay? So in here, there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic on Pinterest. And the proof is, I can show you here, you can see those numbers. This is the back end of my account, guys. And again, all this, as I said, is free. I do not pay for ads or anything, sponsorship or something like that. It's free. And the beauty is it's automated. I don't do anything for this, okay? And so my first thing to you is you need to start paying attention to Pinterest, right? For the reasons that I've given you. 85% of people are purchasing there, and they're spending twice as much as any other social media network. So that tells me that for business, you need to be there on Pinterest, okay? So now what I'm going to do, so this is going to be I'm going to jump on my iPad and I'm basically going to explain how my system works. And now I'm able to do this. So now I've been testing the system. I made a few changes. You can see there are some spikes and stuff in here. And the beauty of this thing is Instagram, when you post something on Instagram, it will be visible for like an hour, something like that. And then people get bored. They're like, you know what? And then you need to go and do something else and jump in from a cliff or something or do like monkey stupid stuff to entertain people. Pins is different. You put a pin, and that pin for the next 2 years, 3 years, that pin can still make you money because it's a search engine and it will come up on searches. And as time goes by, it ranks. And the more of these pins you have, the more you'll be visible. So these numbers, you can see all these numbers are going up. Okay? They are going up. And the trend is not going to stop because now I have a machine that's running and that's doing all that stuff for me. So the benefits for me, what are they? The benefits is obviously I get a whole bunch of clicks here. And I get a whole bunch of clicks from people who are spending money, and we're spending a lot more than on other social media networks, just like I showed you in those numbers, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically explain the mechanics of the system that I've created, and then there's going to be a surprise for you after that explanation. So let's jump to the explanation. Alrighty, guys. So we are on my iPad, and I'm going to show you the beauty of this system. So the way it works is this. So I created this machine, okay? And the objective for me was to grow my Pinterest, and not just my Pinterest, right? So I do this with a lot of social media. So basically grow my influence on autopilot, okay? Using content that I already have, and without doing any additional work, I get to grow a brand and I get to get more sales, okay? So everything starts with a piece of content here. So in this case, a video, okay? So the beauty of this thing is I have videos because I do create videos myself, right? But with my system, it doesn't matter if it's your video or if it's someone else's video. So it all starts with a video. All you need to find is a video or a set of videos, okay? From there, I now have a magic AI system. And this AI system basically what it'll do is it will go into that video. And then from there, it will actually go out and create some social media like topics that I should go after. Okay, and this is automated. There's nothing I have to do. I have to press like one button or something, and that's pretty much it. But it will find like the best of the best that I should focus on. Okay, and then from there, I have another AI whose job is to go out and actually create the pins and all the visual. And so here you have the pin image, you have the text, you have all the blah, blah, blah. It will go out and create the stuff, okay? Automatically. There's nothing I have to do, okay? And so here we have like images and all the visuals and all the text and everything, okay? And once this is done, the last part is that I have another AI, you guessed it, is going to go out and post it for me, okay? And so this thing right now is running 24/7 for me on that account that you just saw, right? So let me just show you again. This here, everything that you see here is completely automated. There is nothing I need to do. My only job is to come up with the source here at the beginning, right? I find a video or a set of videos, and so I have designed my tool so that obviously I don't want to do this every day, right? So I can basically just add a whole bunch of content, and then the whole thing is then done for me by my tool, okay? It's super, super simple, and it delivers results, my friends. You can see here my audience is growing, the saves are growing, I get a whole bunch of clicks, I have a whole lot of engagement, everything is going growing on this network that I just told you is the network where people spend the most money. Okay. Now, what's the good news for you guys? There is a good news for you, is that I have created the system here for me. Okay, I created that for myself. I didn't create that for anybody else. But it's been working for me, as you can see the results here. But what I decided to do is, I decided that I want to be able to test it on various different networks, or maybe on some niches or something that I don't know, okay? And this is where it gets interesting for you guys. So let me try and put a camera in here. Where it gets interesting for you guys is that I have decided that I will open a few slots of this machine for people, and you could be one of them, okay? So here's how it's gonna work, okay? So what I wanna do is, I am going to take care of all the heavy lifting. So this whole system, I'm actually going to build this for the people who qualify. So it means you don't even have to learn the stuff, because me and my team, we're actually going to build it, all right? And obviously, because we are going to build it, I cannot do this for God knows how many people. So it's pretty obvious that I'm going to limit that to a certain number of people, only a handful, okay? And the way it's going to work is this is going to be part of a community, okay? So what I want to do is I want to create this community with serious entrepreneurs, people who do understand the value of this thing there, people who do understand that, well, Pinterest is pretty awesome. And in this community, there's going to be a few things. There's going to be mentorship, so access to me, access to my backend stuff. When I'm creating these things there, I'm going to show you how I'm building those things. So mentorship, there's going to be some courses in there. There's going to be some automations that I'm going to give you in there. So in addition to this stuff, there's going to be some automations. And I am going to set up this system for you if you're one of the people who qualify, okay? Now, the spots are very limited. This is not false scarcity. It's limited simply because I do not have the buffer and the patience and the desire to do it for too many people, okay? I am basically trying to test my system on many different types of businesses and stuff to see if I can take someone from 0 to 1 million views or something, okay? And so it's going to be very limited. And again, it's not for scarcity. So if this is of interest for you, you're like, oh my God, I could have a business that runs. So basically this stuff that runs, that's built by a professional who already built it. So me and my team, we build it for you, and there's no work that you have to do. If that's of interest for you, then there will be a link right under here. So there's a link for a waiting list, okay? So go sign up to the waiting list right now. Because again, I'm going to select only a handful of people. And then on the waiting list, you will have a chance to, basically guarantee that you get a spot. You're going to see it's pretty fun. So there's a link right here. Go ahead and click on that link, okay? Go ahead, enter your details. If you miss this, guys, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, okay? This, I will say, is probably the best network to be on because of the stats that I've given you. And you have a chance to get all this sophisticated stuff without you having to do it, without you having to build anything, code anything. You don't need all the automations and the backend and the servers and the monthly fees and all that kind of stuff. I do it for you, okay? Why do I do it? Because it helps me as well perfect my machine and see how the machine can work in different environments and in different verticals, okay? So that's a unique opportunity for you. There is a link in here, okay? Go register. And then when you register, you're gonna see there's something really good, okay? Now, that's pretty much it. There's nothing much that I need to tell you guys. Me, obviously, I have the system. So this system, what does it do for me? Okay, because you might be like, oh wow, okay, that's a good system, but what does it do? So the obvious is you can see the numbers here. Okay, you can see gives you a number of views, clicks and stuff, right? But there are other benefits that you're not thinking about. So first benefit is branding. Branding is huge. Do you know how much it costs to build a brand? Like, to build a brand, normally what do people do? They go pay advertising on TV and stuff. And you know those advertisements on TV, it's like $200,000 for like a 30-second clip or something on TV. It's stupid money, all right? You have to use billboards and stuff. These are billions of dollars that people are pouring into branding. Here, I am building a brand for free. Okay, you can see all these impressions, all these clicks and stuff. I'm basically planting seeds on so many people's mind, and they're like, well, now I'm top to mind, okay? For free. You build a huge brand. Now, second thing is this, is you might not think about this, but this opened me so many doors, guys. You cannot even imagine how many doors these things opened me. So for example, there are tools that you are using today that I have been using 6 months or like 3 months before they were open to the public. And guess what? Guess why? I contacted them and I said, hey, you know, I am big on Pinterest. I'm pretty sure you have Instagrammers, you have YouTubers, you have blah, 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 but you probably don't have people who are big on Pinterest. I have a big audience. I could do so much for you. Give me early access. Boom, they give me access. All right? So, it will open doors for new AI tools that are coming up and they're in like beta or waiting list or something like that. I get in all the time in all of them, okay? I just have to show them these numbers. They're like, oh my God, you get in, okay? Second thing, partnerships, right? I want to be, you want to work with someone and you're like, yeah, well, this is me. And they're like, oh, wow, you know what? Yes, let's have a chat, okay? It opens so many doors. And this is going to open doors for you guys without having to pay for ads, without having to do any of the work. This is why I'm telling you, go and put your name in the freaking waiting list. If it was me, I would have done it ages ago, okay? If you're still, it's insane, okay? So guys, I don't want to make this video too long. That's pretty much it for me. There's going to be a link in there. Go ahead and I will see you on the other side. Thank you. Bye.